welcome to a special episode of GLG Reacts. I was emailed this because I actually got a chance to catch this in my inbox because I typically don't really check my emails. I gotta stop doing that. I legitimately, I missed out on Genshin Impact. I missed out on the beta. They sent me a beta key for Genshin Impact for PlayStation 4, and I missed out on it because I didn't read my emails. But I got this email from a user or a player on Final Fantasy 14 that wants to remain anonymous. The email basically says, I was basically data center shopping, looking to transfer to a different data center from the one I'm already at. I made a throwaway character, named him Booty Hole Destroyer. That's hilarious, actually. Booty Hole Destroyer. It was a male rogue. Male rogue. And they were checking out Crystal. And they was checking out one of the worlds on Crystal. I believe it was Zelaria. I think it's called Zelaria. And they got a random message from one of the players there saying that they reported their name, their character's name, and basically says inappropriate and offensive. So the first thing this email also wants to highlight is what's up with the Snowflakes in the North American data centers, and have I ever had this type of problem before? So first of all, let's talk about the Snowflakes on Final Fantasy 14, because it's not just the North American data centers. They probably are spread out through all the data centers, whether it be the Asian data centers or the fucking Euro data centers, okay? Snowflakes are snowflakes no matter where. There's gonna be snowflakes on any MMO. There's two main types of snowflakes on Final Fantasy 14. There's the regular snowflakes that report anything or anyone that harasses them or anything that's offensive to them, they report it. Then there are the second type. It's like a new generation. It's like the new type of snowflakes. And that's the fucking SE White Knight snowflakes. You're probably wondering, what the fuck's a SE White Knight snowflake? Square Enix White Knight snowflake. These people feel that it's their duty to uphold Square Enix's image and report anything that might be inappropriate immediately, because they are warriors for Final Fantasy. These people look, these are the type of people who probably have a shrine dedicated to Yoshi P somewhere located in their places of residence, with a picture of him smack dab in the middle of that shrine, of which they probably pray to multiple times a day, if not masturbate to. Yes, I went there. Come at me, bro. Come at me, you baby back bitches. Anyways, I hate snowflakes. I personally do. So I'm not surprised that this person got a message like this. In my experience, I actually carried over some very inappropriate names. Okay, now look, let's go on a scale here. On a scale of 1 to 10, Booty Hole Destroyer is a 2 on the inappropriate and offensive scale. That's a 2. That's more tame than what I've seen and what I've named some of my characters on other MMOs. That is way more tame, okay? Way more. Matter of fact, you would say that that's censored. Booty Hole Destroyer, because if it was Asshole Destroyer, that'd be a different thing. I'd be like, yeah, man, you might want to go ahead and hurry up and finish looking at those different worlds, and then hurry up and delete that character and go back to your main account ASAP, because you will get suspended for your names. My experience getting banned or suspended for 3 days was because I had 3 counts. But the thing about the character names were they were worse, progressively worse. Okay, my first main character, I named dude, what I named him? He was a cat boy, and it was when I first started playing Final Fantasy 14. I named him, what the fuck did I name him? Well, he was named Viperion Rex from Terra, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna name him Big Dick Daddy. Name him Big Dick Daddy. Name change him. Legitimately paid for a name change. Named him Big Dick Daddy. Okay. Then I got the bright idea to make another character, named him Long Dick Daddy. I made this new character, was running around for 15 minutes before I got pulled into what Square Enix is called a jail for players. Basically got told, hey, we got multiple reports of you having these explicit character names. This is not allowed, yada yada yada, TOS, yada yada yada. I'm gonna have to issue you a suspension, 1 day for each character name. Now, I had 3 days suspension. That's because I named my Kokaboo my Nika, okay? Not with 2 G's, but 2 Q's. So they pinned me for that, my Nika. Literally, I named my Kokaboo MY Nika, and then they tagged that on me too. So I was suspended for 3 days. I even made a video talking about it. And still to this very day, I really don't give a flying fuck about it because it is what it is, you know. Playing different MMOs, the terms of services are slightly different for each individual MMO, but a lot of it still reads the same. There's a lot of MMOs that have the same type of, TOS that states, hey, not allowed to name your character these names. However, on Terra, they don't give a fuck about the terms of service because I've seen Ellen's name Cum Guzzler and shit like that, okay? But there's no moderators enforcing the TOS, so that's the difference. Square Enix have actual moderators in a report system that actually fucking works compared to other MMOs, you know? But that's my experience. So the takeaway from this whole situation is essentially 2 main arguments that I've actually seen in forums. The first argument is, I pay my money for this game. I'm gonna name my character whatever the fuck I want, straight up, gangsta. The other argument comes from the Snowflakes, the quote-unquote mature adults that basically state the same thing, saying, I pay my money, but I don't want to see people running around with those names. It's not funny, they're immature. I'm gonna report it because it's inappropriate and I'm offended. The baby back bitches, all right, the Snowflakes. Those are the 2 main arguments. The last takeaway from it all is the main fact of everything here, is that Square Enix has a terms of service that you agree to when you make a character. And when it comes to naming and just using their services, okay? You adhere to it when you make a character and you start playing Final Fantasy XIV. So understand that those terms of service are enforced. It's not one of those MMOs where you can name your character anything you want and you may get away with it. No. Terms of services are like the rules are enforced on Square Enix. And I just thought I'd make this video to let people know, especially if you're a new player coming from a different MMO other than WoW, and you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna name my character something edgy and think you're gonna get away with it. You're not. Somebody's going to see your name, take offense because, or be jealous because you might be taking, you might be taking away their crowd or taking attention off of them. They're gonna, maybe be jealous of some stupid shit like that, and then they're gonna be like, oh, this person's taking all the fucking, the spotlight from me, or you're just gonna offend somebody. Some random snowflake's gonna get offended and report you. And once those reports rack up, I can tell you, you will get pulled aside and you may get suspended if you keep on. And another thing people don't know, and I believe that Square Enix operates on a 3-strike system and you're out. Once you get suspended or suspended for an amount of days, whatever it is, once you get suspended and stuff like that, it's a permanent mark on your account that can't be removed. They legitimately go back. Don't matter how many years, they go back and they look, oh, this is what you did back then. You got in trouble for this back then. We're going to give, this is your 2nd strike. And around about the time your 3rd strike, you're permanently banned. So all that money you spent on the game, gone down the drain, fam. Gone. So this is just like a little warning to those of you guys that think you're going to get away with edgy names. You might not. Somebody see your character name and be like, man, I'm finna report that. That offended me. I'm finna report it. Just understand that you're taking a risk. Final Fantasy XIV is one of those risky MMOs. Everything you do in Final Fantasy XIV is a fucking risk. Whether you play with a free company or a solo player, there's risks and pros and cons to each of it. So keep that in mind the next time you're doing anything questionable in Final Fantasy XIV. It's your boy Legacy. You guys have a great morning.